Live here at Deepwater Point on Lake Nipissing. I'm out here with Dave,
Wild and handy, Dave.
Wild and Handy Dave, who invited me out for the evening bite out here. I haven't been to Deepwater Point yet this year, so I'm hoping we see some action. So, without further delay, we're also live on TikTok as we speak through Dave's channel. So, we're doing sort of a dual broadcast. So, if you want to watch this on your computer and a handheld device at the same time to really max out the experience, you can go ahead and look up Wild and Handy Dave on TikTok there. All right, so I'm going to turn this camera at the hole, make sure I'm in there tight. We got fish on the radar here.
That's my jig right there. But there's definitely been some fish moving. They're just not aggressive.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that would be cool to watch on two screens.
Yeah. So just you guys who are watching on YouTube here, how well can you see my fish finder? Or is it really washed out? I suppose you could pass me a minnow, eh?
Just a little bugger, or do you want a big one?
Little one's fine.
What?
All right. Got the old minnow clapper here. There we go. All right, let's see how it works today.
Yeah, I'm keen to see this in action.
Hopefully it's working out. So I will...
Live ice fishing session. Sharing tips on using the jig.
Is that the AI summary?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was a comment, but it's the AI summary.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right, so I'm down in the mix. On the
there.
Here we go. Dave's got one.
That's a little one. Probably a perch. Oh, lost him.
I know. All right.
Oh no, yeah, lost him. Still got my minnow tail on there.
Okay.
That wasn't even a thunk. That was one of those where when you let it down, you just get slack. You don't feel the jig.
Yeah.
I just set it on that.
Oh, it definitely looks like there's... Oh, here goes my lure down to the mix here.
Oh yeah, there's a fish right there. Just came up.
Let's see if he wants to go for it. All right. So you guys are saying that my fish finder looks a little bright. Okay, I'll turn down the action on it there. Okay, I'm just gonna move my camera over a little. Yeah, a lot of times my fish finder here has this the settings. It's some sort of automatic brightness, and usually, like, if you are ever using like a fish finder with your if you're doing live streams in the future, I usually find 50% brightness seems to come out the best on my phone when broadcasting using my phone, because otherwise, like, if you look through my screen here now, like, you can actually see on the fish finder what was going on, whereas when it was 100%, it's definitely like...
Oh yeah, it's harder for me to see, but...
Yeah, it is. But yeah, it can be really glowed up. Looks like I got somebody looking. Well, at least we got one bite so far. It's a good start.
Yep. Yeah, it would be cool to watch on two screens. You can see the depth finder and the...
Yeah. Well, I was trying to figure out how to do like a live stream with like having multiple cameras. So like one would be right on the fish finder, but it's like when you're live streaming, unless you have like a laptop or something like that, and you can use, you know, OBS and other live streaming software with a laptop, but you're gonna have to have that plugged in or running on its battery, and then you're gonna have to hotspot it to your phone, which isn't impossible, you know. And then you could potentially have multiple cameras running to do a live stream, which is doable when you have like your own hut like you have here. Not as doable when you have, you know, when you're out on the ice, you know, in the open air, or potentially in like a flip hut or whatever. But your hut here is nice and toasty enough. You could probably definitely bring a laptop out or something. I was trying to figure out how to do it with a tablet, but I don't know if it has the computing power to make it happen.
I just take a camera with me.
Yeah.
Or a phone. I just take my phone and do whatever.
It's
you said a lot of stuff there that means nothing to me.
Having a phone is the easiest way to do it. So that's usually the way I do it too. But,
I would like to be able to find a way to stream multiple viewpoints simultaneously, but
yeah,
you just said a whole bunch of stuff that really meant nothing to me.
Well, I guess what I was getting at, like OBS is like, it's a software that's used for streaming, that's used a lot for like video game streaming and stuff like that. People do a lot of that, but there aren't that many people doing, live stream fishing. And there could be a lot of reasons for that. It could be like it's not as easy to have multiple angles or something like that. And it could also be, if you don't catch anything on live stream fishing, like
then our personalities has to make up for it.
Yeah, it's like all you got is personality. So
yeah,
but it would be neat to be able to do it a little more. There's multiple angles would be awesome. Like have one camera at each hole, you can see what's coming up. But it definitely looks like we got some activity down there. So you have been living in this cabin here for a week now, you said. Hey, you're up on...
I've been here since Monday.
Okay,
I came up Monday morning. This is Thursday evening, so...
Okay. And...
I definitely built it to be comfortable for extended stays.
Right. Yeah, no, it's cool because it's sort of like, a lot of people do ice camping and stuff like that, but with this kind of setup, you have like your own kind of thing. You got, a little house.
It pretty much is. Yeah, I got the propane cooktop and the solar panel. Everything here is 12 volts, so I can basically stay out here as long as I have propane.
Right.
And a 20-pounder depends on the weather.
Yeah.
But a 20-pounder will last a week anyway.
Oh yeah.
So it's all spray foam, so it's
yeah. So it insulates really well. That's awesome.
As long as you've got snow to pack around the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a big difference. I know I've been to a few huts where people don't bank it properly and the wind is just coming right up.
Oh, it just whistles right up.
Yeah.
No, I've had times where I've been out here and there hasn't been any snow on the ice and there's not much you can do about it. So
yeah,
I just close the holes at night when I go to sleep and suffer during the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've seen people use like cardboard and stuff like that in place of snow when there isn't much. Seems to help a little. I mean, I've never had my own permanent hut. I've almost always used the either hub style or the clamp.
Well, there's advantages to both. This one's nice because you can just stay here.
Yeah.
Because I'm not from the area, when I come up here, I don't have a house to go to. I don't want to rent a hotel room or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the advantage for me in it. But the advantage in the pop-up hut is if fishing sucks somewhere, you just move somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. And I found as well, because some people would like lend me their permanent hut to go visit, and I'd take my kid out there. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, with kids, definitely.
Yeah, it's like you show up and stuff's already in there, you're set up, and you just get going. I just have one. He's 6.
Okay, yeah, you want a warm hut.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, Like I do take him out when it's like warm weather.
Yesterday would have been a great day to get out.
Yeah, I got out yesterday morning after my night shift, and it was great. I mean,
something followed it up there. You see that?
Yeah. He's been sitting down there for a bit. Not really.
Yeah, he went back down.
It's not really committing to anything. So what do you have on the line down there?
I have one of
the Freedom spoons.
Yeah, the Freedom spoons.
Okay.
The blue one. They've done really well for me.
Yeah.
He keeps coming up and looking. I'm holding it just up.
Yeah. He's.
Oh, he almost went for it there.
It's the kind of thing where you wonder if it's just a little perch down there.
Yeah, and I put a back half of a minnow on it at the same time.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is I found sometimes just giving it tiny little just bounces.
Look at that lure there.
That's the Freedom spoon that I've been using.
Yeah, Freedom spoon. I have one of those somewhere.
Do I have to give them my address for an endorsement check? Yeah, he followed it up again. what I found is I put the half minnow on the back, and then I actually watched it on the camera.
Yep.
And what I find is effective is if you just give it a tiny little kind of bounce.
Yep.
And when I watched it on the camera, it actually looked like one minnow picking away at a dead other minnow.
Okay.
It was very. Oh, there, you just followed it up again. Was that you?
I'm not sure. Mine. There's mine there.
Oh, okay, that's you. I thought that was
There is a fish right on the bottom though, like I would say, from the looks of it. There's definitely lots of activity. I mean, a lot of these are our lures down there, but I'm pretty sure there's a fish hanging out. And it's funny how sometimes on my screen here it'll pick up the knot on my.
I was just gonna say, what is that up there? Is that a swivel or is that?
Yeah, it's just the knot. Like I have a Alberto knot. Yeah, on a fluorocarbon leader there.
What pound fluorocarbon?
I think it's 10.
I run an 8.
Okay. Yeah, and sometimes when I'm fishing for trout, I lighten it up a bit, like when going for brookies and stuff like that.
The other day when I was catching the trout in Bayfield there, I was using 6 pound fluorocarbon.
Okay.
If it's really clear, I'll go down to as low as 3.4.
Yeah.
What was that just came right up there?
I suspect that's a bubble. Sometimes you have something come up and it just stays like in this course, and I always feel that's got to be a bubble there. I was fishing the other day, and like after my shift, I went out, I drilled a hole, and I put down salmon eggs. There was a deal on salmon eggs from Walmart, and so I'm like, well, perch will go for pretty much anything. They're kind of opportunistic, so I was firing them on, and they were picking the salmon eggs off my hook.
Really?
Oh yeah, they love them. A lot of times when I'm fishing for perch, I'll use just like a little chunk of salted minnow.
I see. I think again, sharing tips for ice fishing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, you're saying.
Yeah. It's little chunk of salted minnow, whether it's the head or tail or midpoint. And the perch are pretty eager to grab that.
The salmon egg one kind of surprised me.
Yeah, I'm
and
sure.
You were just putting them on as a single egg on a hook?
Yeah, they were like garlic flavored or something like that, and they were like hot pink. And so I just put them on single egg, and they seem to enjoy that. I'm sure all the perch out here on Nipissing are getting, they're seeing.
No, we haven't caught anything yet. Tonight we lost one. Simcoe's really good too. I haven't made it out there yet this year. You ever fish Simcoe?
I did when I lived in Toronto. I used to go up to my first ice fishing experiences were on Simcoe. And then we went with an outfitter a couple times, and then me and my buddies were like, you know what, if we just pool our money together for the cost of 2 outings on Simcoe, we can buy our own gear. So we bought like a big 6-man pop-up and the hand auger and all that stuff. And then we started, and then I moved up to Nipissing here 13 years ago.
Like you just said, to answer your question, we're on Lake Nipissing.
Yes.
Which is North Bay, Ontario.
Yeah.
The Simcoe thing can be quite a show sometimes. If you get a really nice weekend, then it's such close driving distance to Toronto that it can be absolute chaos out there.
Yeah, like I remember when I was going, that was what I remembered, and then I've heard that it seems to have gotten even worse since, as far as how busy it gets. Yeah, Nipissing's busy in the winter, but not like that. I don't.
Not like that, no.
And there's also like Nipissing's the kind of lake where it's busy in the easy access places, and then there's lots of places on the lake where you won't find anybody.
It's such an enormous lake.
Yeah.
You can go on a snowmobile and go for hours without seeing anybody.
Yeah.
No, how long is this lake? Like 60, 70 miles?
I'm not sure how long it is, to be honest with you. I know it's
really long.
Yeah. It definitely is. And I've been to spots where you couldn't even see another hut or a hut at all. And so that's always neat when there's a place on the lake like that. But where we are here at Deepwater Point on Nipissing,
there's a lot. It's a village out here.
Yeah, and they're actually bringing a lot of the huts in now. When I parked my truck, it was, there were a lot of huts along the shore there, and I was watching guys pull them in because I guess with the warm weather coming this weekend, we're looking at potential
Tomorrow's
slush issues.
Almost double digits. I think it's 8 or 9 tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
rain. So
yeah, so some people are really jumping the gun.
Yeah, my hut's coming off first thing in the morning, and I'm out of here as soon as I can in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, it's still frozen.
Yeah. So just to answer a few questions here. David B says, "What's the depth?" We got 28 feet here. G Star, say, "I wish I was fishing with you." Yeah, man. How did your fishing trip go when you were up? The ice thickness is probably 30 inches for sure.
Oh, it's at least that.
And so G Star, I'm rocking the minnow clapper as per usual, and David's got the Freedom minnow, and I think a dead stick. What's on the?
I just have a decent sized shiner on the dead stick.
Did you have like a jig on that, or?
Nope, just a split shot down to a number 10 treble hook with a fluorocarbon leader.
Yeah, I often find that's, if you want to see if they're going for like the ultra finesse, you always have one line down that has just stripped down, just a minnow.
You're only running one line?
At the moment, yeah.
Okay.
It's a little challenging when you have. You know what I should be doing is I should be running the fish finder in this middle hole here, and then just be fishing this other hole. Sometimes you figure out, easier things that you should have done after you started the stream,
Well, I drilled that hole specifically so we'd have 4 holes available.
Yeah. No, it's all right. I'll just.
And that one was not an easy one because, like I said, I can't fit my electric auger through it. So
Yeah.
I had to do it by hand. Whatever, it's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, you cover the dead stick over there, and then we'll both jig on either side, and then if I catch something and I have to pull my fish finder out, I'll probably just put it in this hole so it's out of my way.
Well, that's supposed to be the classic combo, right? Is the dead stick and a jigger?
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of times, like if I'm out on the open water, I'll, if I'm just standing out there, I'll put my dead stick maybe 10 feet away to sort of cover some extra turf. But last time I was out at Kinsman Beach with a buddy of mine, and I forgot my bell. So of course they stole my minnow, and I totally missed it. So.
Is that something that started to follow it up there, and then where I first lifted the jig up? Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, no, that's you.
That's me.
That's you. Never mind. I was getting all excited there.
Yeah. Like there was something on the bottom, but I think he's gone. Yeah, the one thing with having the fish finder is that you will see the number of fish that just totally reject what you're trying to catch them with. I think there's something down there now.
And I've noticed that with the camera too. That's all I've ever had on the ice is the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the camera shows you that 95% of the fish that show up take off.
It's incredible how much time they'll spend staring at something before they decide to commit.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's always awesome when you have one of those days where they just come out of nowhere and just hammer it, but that's definitely not that often.
My favorite one is have you ever seen that little meme on social media where like this is what it feels like to be a fish, and the guy goes ripping up through the ceiling in the office?
Right.
I love that one. It's so real.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
After having watched it on the camera yourself.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Yeah. So Dave Austin says, "Hey Coke, as we near the end of the season, just want to say thanks for all you do." Thanks, Dave. I'll be after the season's done here on Nipissing, which is the 15th of March. I will be. I'll be actually filming some stuff for next year, for next Ice Report. Got to finish up some projects there, just so I'm ready to go, because I'm never ready when the Ice Reports start again. I always just get caught by the wave.
Oh, jeez. Real not set there.
Here we go.
It's little, whatever it is.
Dave's got something.
Either a tiny walleye or a perch. Hopefully a perch. Bring them up slow. You got to watch when you're this deep. You can't bring them up too fast or they blow their
for sure. The
air bladders out.
All right.
Dinky walleye.
There you go.
Little baby. And yes, to answer that one question, we have minnows.
Yeah.
Little Wally.
Yeah, nice one.
See you in 5 years.
Yeah.
We have minnows. He's running one on his minnow clapper that he custom makes himself for sale.
Yeah.
And then I'm just running a dead stick. I have split shot on, and then I run an 8-pound fluorocarbon with a number 10 treble. Hook them in the back like that, so they look like they're struggling to go for the bottom, which I feel like makes a difference, but maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then I've got a freedom spoon on with a minnow tail tipped on it that I'm jigging. Sorry, I interrupted you there in all the excitement.
Yeah, no, that's what it's all about. So for anybody watching here who's just showing up, and for anybody who's on YouTube who's just showing up, we're dual broadcasting this on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So if you're on TikTok, look for For Real Fishing on YouTube, and if you're on YouTube, you can check out what's the name of your channel?
Wild and Handy Dave.
Wild and Handy Dave on TikTok, and you'll get a dual image of what's going on here.
I almost kind of want to be on the other side of this and have both screens going on.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just gonna go through some more comments here. Okay, so sorry guys, I missed a whole bunch of comments here while I was fishing it up.
That exciting moment of catching that fish.
Yeah. Mr. Brickboy says, how's the bite? So far we got fish on the fish finder, and Dave's landed one walleye, and he had something else on the line there. But so far we got a lot of lookers, not a lot of biters.
Sounds like when I went to the bar when I was in my teens.
So somebody suggested here that plywood sections work well to surround your hut here when there's no snow. So John, you were on the Wolseley River yesterday. Gorgeous day. Where is that? Wolseley River. Yeah, one person says cardboard works, but a lot of people leave it on the ice. Yeah, and that's
the cardboard. I can see that. I would freeze in. It's hard to get out. And
yeah, like that's obviously one of the garbage issues.
There we go.
Here we go.
The dead sticks went in tonight. They're not into that action of the lure, the jigs.
So Dave's got another one on here.
Another. Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Still there.
Still there.
Yeah, it's tiny, whatever it is. Nope. I went into my other. Oh, it's a perch.
Nice. There you go.
Nice. Got tangled with my other line. That's okay. That's big enough to keep.
Yeah. So it's got a perch on here.
That's two for the dead stick in a few minutes.
Yeah. So it seems like they're liking the dead stick tonight.
Let's make sure that I let go.
So we're talking plain old minnow treble hook and a split shot sinker is doing it.
So far, that could change.
Far. Well, it makes sense with all the ones that are coming in, just looking at everything. They're not as aggressive.
That was only down there a few minutes.
Yeah.
And some nights like that, you get them all on the jig, and then other nights they all go for the dead stick.
Yeah, for sure. Like I've been rocking dead sticks pretty much every time I've been fishing for the last while, because I've had lots of great success with dead sticks, even with like salted minnows on them, and just like a regular old like crappy sized jig. And this year I've been doing it, but I haven't really seen much action on the dead sticks. I mean, mind you, I haven't been fishing like a crazy amount, just like a little bit, mostly only Thursday nights for the evening bite.
Well, there's life,
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, the good thing about you being able to stay out here from Monday till Thursday is you probably have seen a few decent bites while you've been out here, right?
Yep, and there's been some dead slow spots as well.
Yeah.
It's fishing, right?
Yeah, like one thing I remember with my brother's buddy would come to visit me when I lived on the lake there, and we'd be out there for like a week straight. It was back in the day, no kids, just had a bit of time off of work, and you're just like, I'm gonna fish like crazy, and you'd be out there from as early as you could drag yourself out of bed to as late as you could possibly stand, and then in that time frame, you'd have large periods where you catch nothing, and then you'd have periods where it was just insane.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that is interesting is you don't show people how much time you put in to get those awesome little spurts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing, is that
nobody wants to watch you catch nothing for days on end.
Yeah. Can you imagine? It's like a days on end live stream of catching absolutely nothing.
Let's say last week I had one day of epic trout fishing on the river.
Yeah.
And I spent days and days and days trying different places, different techniques, just all over the place, freezing in winds. And then the one day I just hit it just right, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's awesome when you hit one of those days that's just phenomenal. I think one time I was out here at Deepwater Point, it was last year, and it was just, I came out here maybe 3 or 4 days to do my live stream, and one day it was just solid action. And it's the kind of thing where you're like, I've never fished Deepwater Point here. First time I show up, it's like super action. And then the next time
I'm always going to Deepwater Point.
Yeah, now. I'm like, what am I doing messing around anywhere else? And then next time I showed up, there was not much, like, it was like a fish here, fish there.
Yeah.
And it's just like that one day I was just there when they were hungry.
Yeah.
But that's the way it rolls. But in the end, like, it's like yesterday morning I went out on the lake, and I just stood on the frozen lake. It was warm enough. I was in my t-shirt.
Yeah, it was beautiful yesterday.
Yeah. And then I was just standing there, a kilometer out on the lake, looking across the lake. It's all quiet. And that was enough for me. Like, I had a few perch come and steal my salmon eggs that I was experimenting with.
You're just right out of North Bay there?
Yeah, just at one end of North Bay, there's Kinsman Beach there. And it's like a relatively quiet area, but there's still, maybe 10 huts out that way.
Yeah.
But it's sort of a place where people catch jumbo perch a fair amount. And so the last couple times I've been out there, the key is you got to walk out for like 20 minutes to get to where the perch are. And if you don't walk out that far, then you'll be in pretty shallow water.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem, is that if you don't have a good snowmobile trail going out there,
yeah,
if you're a walker, and there's no way to drive, like, you wouldn't be able to drive a truck out there because it's more or less just like a park.
That's not my minnow.
And so people just sort of walk out there, and like there you can get there if you have a snowmobile and you go out from the main marina in North Bay. I think that's probably the easiest access for a snowmobile, because they don't want you driving a motorized vehicle through the Kinsman Beach Park.
Oh, okay. That's the restriction.
Yeah, but like I said, the North Bay Marina is fairly close, so it's not too bad.
So as far as having a great day in one location,
yep.
I used to be a fishing guide up on Lake St. Joe. I don't know if you're familiar with that lake.
Where is that?
Pickle Lake, Ontario.
Pickle Lake.
That's far northwestern Ontario. It's way up there.
Okay.
Like you go up the Highway 11 to Ignis, and then you turn right there on the 599.
Yeah.
And it's a couple hours up there. Anyways, I worked up there. My one buddy came up in the fall, and he stayed for a week and helped close down camp.
Yep.
And we were just leaving, and he said, "You know what? I'm not coming this far not fishing." So, all right, let's we'll just slip into this one bay, and you can chuck some William spoons for some pike, right?
Right.
And we just happened to pull in there, like literally as the weeds had laid down.
Okay.
So all those big pike moved in there to feed on those bait fish that were hiding in that cabbage, right?
Right, right.
So it was like second cast, a 36-inch northern, then a 38,
wow.
Then a 34, then a 42,
no way.
Then a 38. He caught at least 8 or 10 all in that between 30 and 48.
Wow.
And I just looked at him after he was done that and I said, "You're never coming back here again." Like, you're going to be so disappointed that you hit that just at the timing was so perfect. And we pulled into that bay.
Wow.
That he just one after another monster northerns.
Wow.
I don't know if you ever hit a bay like right when the cabbage lays down.
No.
It's the timing is essential because the bait fish are hiding in that cabbage and they have been for most of the summer, right?
Right, right.
And it just get that cold snap. It was a miserably cold day that day, but that cabbage will just all of a sudden lay down and those bait fish don't know where to go and the pike are ready for it.
Yeah.
And you get, I don't know how long it is. I'm gonna say probably less than like 6 or 8 hour window before those bait fish figure it out.
Oh yeah. That's awesome. That that is like something so specific. Like it's such a short window.
Perch or walleye, comment your best catch. I'm assuming you're referring to tonight. Well, the perch was the only keeper we got tonight, but was it last night around 9:30? I got a 22.5-inch walleye, and then the night Monday when I got here, almost right away, I got it was 56 centimeters, so around 26-inch walleye. What's your best fish out of here this season?
Out of Nipissing this season?
Nipissing, yeah.
I think I had a 23-inch fish that was January 15th. I did catch a few nice jumbo perch, but like nothing insanely big. Probably the biggest one was maybe 12, whereas I think I've caught a 14 out of here before, or at least 13 for sure. Trying to think.
Yeah, it's pretty decent perch.
Yeah, no, I saw a picture somebody posted of a 17-inch perch the other day, and I was just like, no way, not at a Nipissing.
Oh, okay, that'd be
some other lake. I was just like, what? Like, don't get me wrong, there's some big perch in this lake, but I think it was somewhere in the States that they'd caught it.
Oh, okay.
Like one of those hot perch spots in the States, and yeah, it was. I'm just like 17. Get out of here. It looked like a bass, you know?
Yeah, I think my brother got like a 15.5 out of Simcoe one time, like 15 years ago.
Wow.
He was so determined it was a record, we had to go to a grocery store and weigh it on an official scale.
And how close was he?
It was not even close. It was a long ways off, but he was determined. He did all the research on his phone. Was like, "No, I'm convinced this is going to be so close." And
yeah.
So he wanted an official scale, so we had to go to a grocery store.
So John says the single. I was talking about the salmon eggs there. He says the single egg sounds like the slab grabbers we use on Erie. You'll be happy to know that I also like to use those slab grabbers, and they work very well on Nipissing as well. And yeah, that little egg gives them something to target. I've even gone so far as to use big rattle baits with a little chunk of like a fluorescent plastic on each hook for perch specifically, because they'll be attracted to the big bait and then go for whatever they can, you know.
Really?
Yeah, I used to, like, I'd have the most massive rattle bait, like it would be like this, and I just put smaller hooks on it and then just put a little chunk of stuff. I had a rattle bait that if you were like, you know, you'd be twice as far as your truck is to this cabin here, and you could hear this rattler going. They don't make that specific brand anymore, but yeah, the perch when they're really aggressive, you could really drop like whatever down there, and they would like fight each other to get at it.
Well, I remember as a kid catching perch, you'd sometimes get two on the same hook.
Yeah. So G-Star says I got 9 walleye, 4 jumbos, and 1 Cisco, 1 pike over 2 days with ice bungalows. Nice. Yeah, Dave says, remember to hit the like button. Always appreciated.
Yep. Yeah, was it everyone always says that smash that like and share button or something like that? That's
yeah. It's the kind of thing we always forget, but a lot of times, like a lot of my regulars, like Dave here, helps me out and reminds me reminds me to get people to like things.
I don't think I've ever said that. I just get so caught up in what I'm doing sometimes, forget that aspect.
Yeah, like a lot, like as a guy who's been doing YouTube since I don't even know, on 2009. It can't be that long. It's been a long time since I've had my YouTube channel, like a long time, and all those things where you ask people to like leave a comment or like subscribe or to like things, as annoying as it is for people to hear, like it actually does get people to follow along and all that stuff. So it's worth saying, but yeah, everybody's like, ugh. Sort of a double-edged sword sometimes. So Mr. Brickboy says, how has the season's fishing gone compared to other years? I feel one notable thing that I've seen this year, and I knew a lot of people that were having issues catching perch and whatnot, but I used to catch like hordes of perch, and this was the first year that I actually feel like I had seen the hordes again, and they were in 12 to 15 feet of water instead of the deeper water. But I could have just got lucky one day. I'm about to release a video of me catching like a whole bunch of perch. Dead stick again.
Dead stick again.
All right. So
they're not aggressive tonight if they're constantly going for the dead stick. And I've watched them follow the spoon up on the a few times, but they're definitely seeming to.
Yeah, it seems like they definitely like looking at the lures, but not.
Walleye.
There you go. Just another little walleye here.
I'm not going to put them on the wall or anything. But...
yeah. Yeah. So they're liking the dead stick stuff. Yeah. Nothing but minnow.
Cute little guy. Give him a kiss.
All right. So I'm going to be out with Craft's Ice Cabins with my buddies on Monday. My brother and his buddies. So I'm hoping to get out there for that. I'll probably do a live stream from Craft's Ice Cabins while I'm there as a part of the, part of the adventure. But I will also be filming everything, so hopefully we see some action.
All right, dead stick, work your magic.
So Specky Fishing 1965 says lots of ice everywhere, yet still making ice at nights.
Yeah, here. Back home, all our rivers are open already.
Oh, yeah?
My buddy called me today. He was fishing on the Lake Huron.
Yeah.
Just outside of Rivermouth, just to the side of it. And he said he punched 2 holes.
Yeah.
He couldn't even get 2 rods down. The trip was hammering it so fast.
Really?
He'd get 1 rod down, go to set the next, that rod's going off back to it. He'd pull that fish or lose that fish. And yeah, he called me after half an hour of nonstop action. He's like, "Are you back from the hut yet?" No, I'm not. He's like, "Well, hurry up." I'll be there. I'll leave middle of the night, so I can be there first light tomorrow. You know what'll happen tomorrow? I'll get there and nothing.
Yeah, that's always the way. So what kind of trout are they going for? Or your buddy was going?
Oh, he's getting rainbows.
Rainbows, okay.
The spring run rainbows that are getting ready to come up the river to spawn.
Okay.
And trying to get the cohos. There's been a few guys up the lakeshore further north been in the cohos.
Okay.
Because the cohos, they'll come in to feed in the spring, right? Underneath the ice and first ice out. They'll come in to feed along the lakeshore.
Yeah.
So you get really nice cohos.
That's one thing I sort of miss. Like when I lived in Toronto there, I used to try to be in tune with, the movements of the fish in relation to, the spring and the fall and whatnot, and just try to be, out there casting for trout and whatnot at the river mouth.
What were you chucking?
Usually spoons and stuff like that. Cleos.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
I had in the fall, I remember going out in the fall at the mouth of the Humber a few times, and I remember having a nice big salmon nail one of my spoons from the shore, and then it jumped way out, the highest I've ever seen a fish jump in my life, and spit my spoon. And I was just like, oh wow.
I'm sure that's where you use non YouTube appropriate language.
Yeah, for sure. But it was amazing to see. I was just like, wow, he like, I swear I was like 6 feet in the air.
Yeah, they can really give her sometimes. It's insane.
And like another time I was out there, it was the first time I just got in my canoe, and I knew the salmon were going down. It was a nice calm night, and my wife and I went out and just paddled around the mouth of the Humber River, and I had this crazy lure. It had some sort of laser in it that like lit up as it went, and a salmon nailed it. And I was fighting it for, I swear, it was like 40 minutes. It was towing me around, everything. And then when I got it next to the boat, and then you realize you're in a canoe, right? So you're like,
yeah.
And it was like the size of my leg. And then I had like, I just had a bite. I just had like this little folding net that maybe would be appropriate for bass. And I got it. I got it to fit like right over the salmon's like head, and that was it. And I'm like, what am I gonna do now?
You gotta grab his tail and kind of figure it out.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, let's get closer to shore here, and I'll try to like grab his tail. But like, what happened was the hooks got caught in the little wee net,
yeah,
and then he like broke free and then swam away. And I was like, well, that's actually kind of a relief, because now I don't have to like risk tipping my canoe over to try to get this guy into the boat. But then I ended up getting outriggers for my canoe, which made a world of difference when it came down to landing things. Of course, I never landed a big salmon like that again, or had one on the hook like that again.
You've caught a salmon though, like a Chinook out of Ontario?
Yeah. I don't know if I ever caught one on the lakeshore. It's like I started fishing them in the rivers there, and at first you're like, oh, this is great, and then after a while you're like, wait a minute, I don't think these fish are biting my hooks. They're just getting caught, and then you get sort of disillusioned with that.
I knew it. You got in the middle, something in the middle off there.
But yeah, it was. So I used to always try to go to the river mouths when it was the fall to try to get them when they were really aggressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so many times I'd show up 6 o'clock in the morning and sit there and try to catch them. You'd see them jumping all over the place, and then they wouldn't be biting anything. I'm just like,
yeah, they can be really frustrating that way.
Yeah. But yeah, I had just figured out how to catch carp in Toronto when I moved up here. I know not a lot of people are big fans of carp, but
they put up a heck of a fight.
They're strong. Yeah, that's really what it's all about. And I had been trying to figure out how to catch them for a long time, watching all this British...
the bread balls and stuff like that.
Yeah, boilies and everything. And then eventually I figured out, the right rig to use, which was a bolt rig, which is just like a heavy ass sinker. And so when the fish feels the prick of the hook, it actually sets the hook against the sinker. And once you figure that out, it's just like, man, lots of action. So I go to Rice Lake every spring to fish for carp for my birthday celebration. And we catch lots of them.
What month was that?
It's in May.
May. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like, I guess they're coming in to do the breeding and stuff like that. So they're...
Have you ever seen them when they're breeding in the shallows?
I have seen them splashing around, yeah. But I know lots of people say they get into the reeds and stuff like that. I don't know if I think I've seen videos of that, but I've definitely seen them like chasing each other and getting up to their...
I've only seen it once. There was one year I was driving over the bridge in my hometown, and I looked down, and there's just this little shallow bay, and the water was completely muddy in it.
Yep.
And I just saw something moving around, so I naturally went down to check it out, and there was probably 60 or 80 carp in there.
Wow.
And they were just all chasing each other around, spawning in there, and
doing
their thing. So.
Or did you see any crazy monsters? Like big
down? Oh, they were good size. Yeah, there's some big carp on Lake Huron.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet.
I'm not a fan of them myself, aside from the fight.
Do you
ever keep them, or you just
no.
catch them and let them go?
Yeah, it's catch and release entirely.
Just for the fight.
Yeah, because they're just.
I gotta go for a pee.
Yeah. See, I just get out the big, heavy gear and sit on the dock, watch it happen.
I have my glasses on. Yeah, I know the big carp are a heck of a fight.
Yeah.
I've had to really drag my canoe around in the lake.
All right, just gonna go through some. Backyard garden. How you doing? Welcome to the party. So Specky Fishing 1965 says Simcoe may have ice till May this year. I suspect that Nipissing will as well. It's one of these years where the ice out here is so thick that you can almost guarantee it's going to be a long time before it comes off. Backyard garden. Did you get out at Sunset Point tonight or today, or did you say you're going tomorrow? I guess, eh?
Oh, much better. Yeah, that's getting cold out there now that the sun's set.
Yeah, it'll be a nice walk back in. Yeah, I can tell you, for anybody interested, Deepwater Point access point here is starting to get a little watery at where the creek mouth comes in. It was the kind of thing where I was sort of like, I was driving my Tacoma and I was just like, well, there's lots of trucks out there right now, so obviously got out here somehow.
My truck's out here. So I was wondering about going in tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna make sure one wheel's up in a place that looks solid, and then just go on through. But I think it just looked muddy, so when it's really muddy, I'm used to like driving through the bush and stuff like that. And it
looks scary.
Yeah.
But last year when I drove through it coming off the ice, I didn't bring my hut because it was so sketchy.
Yeah.
There was actually like a lake on the ice there.
Yeah.
And when I went through it, it was deep enough that it got my alternator.
Yep.
So just after I got onto Highway 11 pulling out of here, my battery light came on, my alternator was toast. So,
oh no.
Yeah, it didn't like that. It was old already, but the alternator didn't like that. Was the last straw for that alternator.
Yeah, I had to change my alternator out this year actually.
What are they saying there? Any luck today? Let's say ladies.
It says fellas.
We got a few tonight, yeah.
Yeah, a few small walleye on the dead stick specifically.
More lakes can attract viewers. Keep it up. Oh, well, like us then. Can I ask you, is anybody watching on both YouTube and on TikTok? I missed them. I'd be really curious to know if anybody's watching on both.
Going for the dual view. Yeah.
What was happening there? Is that an ad? I have to drag the puzzle piece. It thinks I'm a scammer.
That's strange.
There. Yeah, I thought I was a scammer. It gave me a puzzle to solve.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I've never done the live streaming on TikTok, so I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I'm quite a...
This is only the second one I've done on it, so...
Yeah.
This is a learning experience for both of us.
Yeah. Because I've only done YouTube ones up to now, but I should give it a shot, though. So Logan Horseman says he got a shack off today at Deepwater. The ramp is going to turn to hell in a day or so. Yeah, definitely when we get that rain on Saturday, you can anticipate it's going to be grimy.
If not tomorrow. They're saying, I looked this morning, they were saying some rain for tomorrow.
Yeah.
There is like a fairly significant amount of snowpack on here.
Yep.
Which if you're on the trails that have been well used, it's not bad. But if you get off of those trails, it's touch and go. Once you get a little warmth and then a bit of rain,
yeah,
mobility on this ice is going to be horrific.
Yeah, definitely walking out here, I was like, this is great at the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
You know, it's like the trails are nice and firm walking out. But yeah, it's not gonna get better till probably like next Wednesday.
Well, there was 2 or 3 years ago. I was driving off of here, and there'd been a big thaw, and actually a fairly decent amount of water on top of the ice,
Yep.
and then it froze.
Okay.
So, but it froze at like a 3-inch layer.
Yep.
And so when I was driving across it, you'd break through that 3-inch layer and a few inches of ice onto the actual ice.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about your heart going into your throat?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man, and then I climb out of that and then fall through it again. It's just every time I fell through, I knew there was 3 feet of good ice underneath me, but it was still the feeling.
Yeah, I feel like I've done that, but like on foot, had that happen. All right, buddy, getting out the secret weapon here.
Salmon eggs.
Shrimp flavored salmon eggs. Let's see if, because I got only 10 minutes left in my stream here. Let's see if this does it. Yeah, I usually run my live stream for about an hour, and then that's it for the show.
Well, last night, this is when the fishing picked up.
Yeah.
Just as it got dark.
All right. Well, maybe these guys they're just hoping for a salmon egg. Here we go. They're just like, I've never had this exotic flavor before. Shrimp and salmon combined. I know the perch seemed to enjoy it the last time I threw it down, or at least they like taking it off the hook for me.
Which is odd, because both things are something they'd never run into here, so.
Yeah, but I imagine they've run into some kind of fish eggs.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's AI.
Yeah, it's interesting that on the TikTok live stream that the AI keeps popping up and like giving you tips.
Yeah, well, I think it's updating people on what we're doing. It's taking the context out of it and saying,
yeah, that's
when
good.
somebody joins the live feed, they have an idea of what we're doing based on what AI tells it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We could go into a deep dive on AI, but I think we'll leave that alone for now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so Logan Horseman says we're looking at plus 11, 20 to 25 millimeters of rain. Wow.
Friday or Saturday?
Yeah, it must be either, maybe I thought the rain wasn't coming until Saturday, so maybe he's talking about Saturday there.
Yeah, because I saw some rain for tomorrow, but I didn't look at how much. Any was enough for me to be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Like
But there's a guy out here with a tractor and a snowblower today pulling huts off.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, how much does Sean charge to take your hut off for you?
Mine's 100.
Okay.
I don't know if it has to do with distance or how much he likes you, or I'm not sure how he bases his prices, but mine's 100 one way.
Right. Yeah, because I know there was a guy, I think, on Sunset that was charging 150. It's like, I can imagine, like, if you're a guy running that kind of business and you get all these easy huts, you're probably like, oh, this is easy money, I imagine if you got guys that are really frozen in and whatnot, and they're really far away, it's probably a real pain.
Yeah, I imagine distance would have something to do with it as well.
Yeah.
I'm pretty flexible with them too. I'm like, hey, I'm leaving, just make sure it gets off. I'm not like, it has to happen at this time on this day or anything like that. So
yeah, I mean, if he gets it to the storage yard there, which is right there, and that guy only charges you said 125 for the season?
125 or 150. He charges based on the size of the hut.
Right.
And mine's pretty small.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good deal to have sort of everything dealt with for you, and these guys get their money, and that's good, You don't have to worry about storing it or driving it all the way back home.
And that's why I picked this location too, is because the storage was right there.
Yeah.
It was available. If a lot of places I wouldn't be able to have my hut there because I'm not going to haul it 5 hours back and 5 hours here.
Yeah,
every year. So That was part of why I picked this location, was because the storage yard was right there. And I don't know, did a lot of the other launches,
I know
popular areas, have storage lots close by?
I feel like on Calendar Bay, there's a guy like right there by the Centennial Park area there that has storage. I think. I'm not sure, but I think that might be it that I know of. So I could be wrong. I know there's like Eco Treks in North Bay. They store a lot of ice huts and stuff.
Right in North Bay.
It's just sort of on the edge of North Bay heading towards Calendar Bay. But it's like you'd have to get your hut onto a flatbed and then off the flatbed into that lot.
Yeah. That's a whole nother level of...
Exactly. I'm sure Sean from BAM's Tour is able to just drag your thing right.
Oh yeah, no, you can drag, because it's only 50 yards from the launch. So
Yeah,
you just drag it right up the road and into the yard, and then he takes his loader and organizes them all.
Yeah. So Logan Horseman says that vanilla works really well. I haven't tried vanilla. I will try it. You know, I've made a lot of salted minnows and stuff like that, and I've used coffee, which works well. I've used garlic that works well. I have not tried vanilla. Another one was liquid smoke. It was another flavoring I'd add to my salted minnows that works well.
Something changed with your depth finder. You can't see me over here now.
Yeah, you know. Let me just
see you.
Even mine's kind of a weak signal. Not sure what it is. Sometimes you just need to jostle the sensor a little.
Yeah, because you had both of mine before.
Yeah, and they were on really brightly too.
No, they're not. I'm surprised it even got them in the first place with 3 feet ice. And
yeah.
They must have got hung up on something.
Sometimes. I don't know what it is. Try to jostle a little more. Okay. So when you've been live streaming here, how long have you been running your live streams?
Well, I only did one, and I think it was 45 minutes. I don't even know. I forgot it was live streaming.
Yeah.
What time is it? 6:37?
Like you started this one a little bit before I started.
I started at 5:30. Did that say 6:37 there?
Yes.
Okay. I will give a few more minutes.
Yeah.
I don't even know how many people are watching. I don't know how to... I know there's people watching.
Yeah. I've got 2 more minutes on my live stream that I'll run it for. I usually just do an hour, so it's going to be the way I'm going to continue on. And then I'll wrap it up. Walk on in. I got about a kilometer walk back to shore here, which is okay because I like it. I like the fresh air and the cold lake.
And it's nice walking right now too.
Yes. Yeah, if it was all slushy and gummy, I wouldn't be as amped about it. So Specky Fishing says, "Hurry, Coke, get a monster." Okay.
Okay, I'm on it.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes.
I've got 2 really nice walleye out of here this week, so.
Yeah. You said one was
about 22 and a half, and the other one was about 26.
Okay.
Ish. 25 and a half, somewhere in there. There's a little debate over my measuring on it.
Oh, yeah.
Online, but I was trying to do it single-handedly for the camera, so. It's irrelevant to me what the exact measurement is. It was in that range. It was over 2 feet.
Were the people like, that looks more like like you're not holding his face right?
Yeah, there was a little bit of that. Whatever. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not worried about the exact measurement when it comes to something like that. It's like, hey, I got a cool fish. It's awesome. It's huge. I'll let it go. It's not.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it is funny. The YouTube, not YouTube, but like Facebook. Everywhere, social media people there's always a guy.
Yeah.
Who's got to tell you your fish isn't the size you're saying it is.
But I had some people post pictures of their walleye that they got, and there were some beasts on there.
Oh, yeah?
There were some big walleye people put pictures up about.
Yeah, I've seen.
But they made mine look like bait, some of them. They were huge.
Yeah. Well, I got this one video out. Oh, there we go.
No, he was there for a second.
I had this one video out that was this guy I know took me and this other guy out somewhere around here. I don't know exactly. But one of the guys caught the biggest walleye I've ever seen. I think it was like a salmon. And like we didn't have a tape measure or anything, right? So you're just guessing. And of course, you know, it was an amazing fish. It was awesome to see it and to get it all on video and to have him land it and everything. And it's the biggest fish I've ever seen come out of Nipissing. But of course, you know, lots of people were like, "Well, how big was it?" And you're like, "Well,
it was big.
It was big. We didn't have, yeah, it's like we didn't have a tape measure. And like we're taking guesses." And the guy's like, "Well, compared to your boot,
yeah,
it's only this big." And I'm like, "Well, that guy's boot is really big." Okay, you know. Anyway, all right, everybody. So we made it to the top of the hour here. Thanks again for visiting on another live stream here, and thanks.
Oh, it's your hand.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure it's not zoomed in here.
There you go.
Thanks, Dave, for having me out to your hut here.
Thanks for coming out. I had a great time.
And thanks to your dog for not biting me on my way in here.
She's a little protective sometimes, yeah.
But yeah, this is my first chance to hit Deepwater Point. But anticipate next week I'll probably be doing some live streaming from Craft's Ice Cabins on Monday or Tuesday, or potentially watch videos of that kind of stuff. And then hopefully the end of the season is really popping. And we'll talk to you guys next week for what will be potentially the last live stream of the season. Thanks for coming out.
I'm still